Alright guys, today we're here to take a look at Splosion Man on the Nintendo Switch. This is a puzzle platformer, one that I actually missed out on because this game's been out on other platforms before, but I never got a chance to take a look at, so we're going to go ahead and take a look at this one together. Let's go ahead and find out.
Gaming tech, eating brekkie is the gaming tech, going for a recce is the gaming tech, gaming techie is the gaming tech, gaming techie.
Alright guys, so we're here to take a look at Splosion Man on the Nintendo Switch. Let's go ahead and get into this. This is a platformer here. You can see here that we have multiplayer, single player, right in the beginning here, and the leaderboards. We're going to do single player. Know that you can do multiplayer. This game actually supports 4-player locally on the same Nintendo Switch. You can play with 4 players, and there's 50 different levels for local multiplayer, or you can actually use those multiplayer levels and also play online with 4 players. It even has local co-op, where you can take 4 switches around you locally, and each one of you plays on your Switch and do it that way as well. So, but let's go ahead and get into single player. Let's go ahead and show you guys. I started this off, I believe, in my stage to show you guys the beginning stages, so you guys can take a look at this with me together. How this looks, so you guys get an idea of what this game looks like and how the platforming is on this game. It's a very interesting and crazy game out there. I will definitely say that for sure. And the Nintendo Switch version runs at 60 FPS, which is nice. That's their big push, and obviously being able to play it anywhere on the Nintendo Switch is that it runs at 60 FPS, unlike when it came out on other consoles apparently. So, all right, so here we go. This girl. Oh, just missed that. There we go. A lot of humor in this game, as you can hear it. Oh! Yeah, definitely threw myself too far. No! I saw what I had to do. I saw what we did wrong here. There we go. How am I getting up there? Okay, so that's what you gotta do. You gotta go over there. Okay. And tap those things. Got it. Makes sense now. Got it, because now you got the top one. And now you can hit this one. There we go. Oh man. Thank God there was a checkpoint there. That was stupid. Oh boy, you got it. You gotta. Okay. You gotta tap that right at the same time. Singing Go-Go Jason Waterfalls right now. Game gets crazy for level 2. Get up. There you go. I don't think I was able to do that. Checkpoint system is very good in here. It seems to give you a lot of checkpoints. So you don't sit here doing the same level like 18 times. Oh, I missed it. Alright. Now that I know what's coming, I know what to do. Alright, now we're ready. Oh, you were supposed to shoot it back in the car. I got too excited and got trigger happy. The levels are pretty decently long too, as you can tell, and they're all very varied and stuff. That like these levels don't play like anything I've played in the other ones, and I missed that completely. This is a lot harder than it looks. But also definitely fun at the same time. This isn't like any other game I've played before as far as like the quirkiness and the platforming and what they're doing with the platforming. It's very, very different. Now we're getting somewhere. Oh, are you serious? I had that one right there again. Alright. I've seen the whole entire section that we need to do here, so we should be able to get this done. I see what we're doing in this whole section, so as long as I don't mess it up, we should be good. Speaking of, messed it up. Alright, we gotta hit this point perfectly. Okay, we got one. Okay. Now we're gonna climb down to this. So you don't get hit. There we go. Hey, and that was the finish line. Yes, sir. Wow. The goal was 4 minutes and I'm at 11 minutes. That was terrible. Jesus. So we got 1-3 we can play. I guess we can choose any one of these. Or is this just yeah, it's just a circle. You can't actually do anything with this, I don't think. No. Yeah, so 1-3. So, that gives you guys an idea of what the gameplay is like and the quirkiness that this game has and what some of the levels. I don't want to spoil the levels for you guys because they're all very entertaining, very different from each other as you guys saw, and they throw a lot of different weird things at you. And so I just want to give you guys a little bit of the gameplay and give you guys a little bit of a taste of what the game is like I said. So, let's go ahead and get to the table. Let's discuss this game. I'm going to play some more of it so we can decide if this game is actually worth your time and if this level of quality holds up throughout the game. So let's go ahead and find out. Alright guys, so that was Miss Splosion Man on the Nintendo Switch. So this is a re-release of an older game that obviously has been out for a while but has now been brought over to the Nintendo Switch. And some new features in this game that they brought over to the Nintendo Switch as well. And as somebody who's never played Miss Splosion Man before, I'm actually having a lot of fun with this game. I haven't beaten the whole entire game, but I did get through a lot more levels than before. And each level continues to hold up to what you guys saw in that first level, where they keep throwing different things at you. The art style's there. The humor in this game is crazy. You guys can hear, you know, the Miss Splosion Man is always talking to you, making quirky comments, you know, singing random songs. Always that quirkiness going around while you're doing things. And the controls are tight. They feel good. If you fail like I did, you know it was your fault. You know you missed the timing. It wasn't like the game let you down. It's you who let yourself down. And, you know, it's always interesting to see what comes up next. Some of the bosses, you know, like the first boss that I played here is very, like, varied and very, you know, different than what the other bosses are like. They did a good thing with the variation on the game and on the levels and things that they keep throwing at you and stuff. The graphic style in this game is obviously its own unique thing as well. It's very cool. The puzzles, things that you sometimes have to figure out, like I did when I got stuck there. I was like, what do you have to do here? There's some more of that, but it's not anything overly complicated. You look at the level for, like, you know, a few minutes, and then here you are. You know exactly what you're doing after that. It's not anything that you're going to be staring at for 30 minutes trying to figure out. It's not a puzzle game. It's a puzzle platformer, but you know how those go. You look, sometimes you get stuck. You look for 30 seconds or a minute, and then you're like, oh, that's where I got to go. That's what I got to do. So, a lot of different levels in this game, over 50 single-player levels, and then over 50 multiplayer levels that you can play either locally with 4 players on your Nintendo Switch, or you can even play with 4 players online. I did try the 4 players online. It ran smoothly with no issues. I was able to find people and get in there, and we ran to the level. It's even more chaotic. The levels are specifically designed to support 4 players, obviously, because, you know, it's very different than if you're playing by yourself and you're trying to hit these crazy jumps and stuff. So there's a lot of content in this game to play with either 4 players locally or 4 players online. On top of the 50 single-player, you know, levels that you guys have in here, there's a lot of, you know, a lot to see and do in here. A lot of things to play through. And if you guys are into the puzzle platformer kind of game, I think this one really stands out from the crowd. Like I said, between the graphic style and the quirkiness and the, you know, the Miss Splosion Man talking to you and all that stuff, it really adds a different vibe to those puzzle platforms that are out there, and it runs extremely, extremely well on the Nintendo Switch, you know, in dock mode or non-dock mode. So if you guys are a fan of this type of genre of a game, it's definitely one I recommend. $15, well worth it. A lot of content to see. Has multiplayer, has local multiplayer, even has local multiplayer where you can connect 4 Switches that are around you in the same area, and each of you guys play on your own Nintendo Switch and play it. So that's also a nice addition. I always hope that games add that stuff in there, so it's good to see that this game has it. So, guys, that's all there is to say about this game. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Easily worth the $15 that they're asking for it. If you guys have never played this game before, it's definitely one I recommend to pick up on the Switch to be able to play it anywhere. It runs extremely well. No issues with it at all. If you guys have any questions about the game or anything you guys saw here today, of course, leave it down below. If not, thank you guys for watching. Till next time.
Tech, Gaming Techie is the Gaming Tech, Gaming Techie, Gaming Tech, eating brekkie is the Gaming